DJ.
Okay, and we are live. Hello, everyone. Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, wherever part of the world you are. So it's last day of August. So days passes very fast, and then just a few moments we're gonna be on Burr September. So welcome to my page, Julieta Alfor Salarda, and I am the owner of this page, Julieta Alfor Salarda. And welcome to our live interview for this afternoon or for this evening. So yeah, so because my guest for tonight is in evening and they're in the other part of the world right now. So it's kind of confusing for me about the time, but I think we are good for that. So welcome everybody to our live interview for this afternoon or for this for tonight. So I am going to share with you or to share the screen with a business partner or one of the successful business owners in our community wherein they lived in London, UK, and then they are a couple. But I'm gonna introduce you the half of them only because only one is present for today, and then they are a seemingly good. Have a seemingly good earner in their from the corporate job, but we will find out how this business or how this couple or why this couple jumped up or ventured in the online business. So I am so excited for now, and ladies and gentlemen, I am going to introduce our guest for tonight or for this afternoon. Ladies and gentlemen, Claribel.
Hello.
Hi,
Hello, my name is
Claribel.
Claribel. Hi.
How
My
are
name is
you?
Claribel. I'm good. I'm good.
Hi. Okay, so without any delay, so can you please introduce your name and say hello to our viewers?
Hello, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Here in UK, it's evening, about 7 p.m. in the evening. My name is Claribel Anyam.
Yeah, thank you so much, Claribel, for giving me an opportunity or for allowing me to interview you today. Or I'm still confused about our time, but today. So yeah, to share your journey in this online business. I know that you are busy, but I am so grateful and thankful that you let me allow or to share my screen with you and share your journey in this online business to inspire some of the our to inspire anybody that they are still looking for something that they could earn, or there's somebody that want to start their online business but they don't know how to start. So to start with, we will find out who is Claribel Enyam, and then uh, what is her background.
Hi. I'm originally from Nigeria, but I'm based in Kent in UK. Um, I am a nursing assistant with one of the biggest hospitals in UK, Guy's
Wow.
and St. Thomas's,
Wow.
and I've been working in the hospital for the period of I think nine years, yeah, and it's really been a challenging job because we have to care for the elderly, care for is a general work. So we care for everyone, but mostly we care for more the vulnerable and people who needs our assistance. Thank
Yeah.
you.
I know that being a nurse, I interviewed a lot of business owners already, that nurses here in our community, and then it's not new it's not new for me already, those kind of backgrounds and then those kind of experiences. So I know that it's really hard, especially this time of a pandemic, that you also give your life to those people that you help also. So I am grateful, or I'm very very thankful, and then I salute you all guys because of what you have been done to the community, or to the people in our community, to help people to get well. So yeah, so um being a nurse, we know that some other people, that they don't have any background, when they see that she is a nurse, oh wow, she has a good paying job, a high paying job, right? So what is your reason why you joined in this online business?
Yeah, the reason why I joined the online business is that, as I said earlier, that looking after, caring for people as well is more a challenging job. And not only that, people think that nursing job is a highly paid job. It's not that the way we expect, because the cost of living in UK is very high. So so if you want to live comfortable, if you want to to kind of live freely, you have to work extra harder to make it work for you. So when I was working in the hospital. I'm still working in the hospital though, but I've cut down a lot of my hours.
Oh
When
wow.
I was working regularly in the hospital, I worked 6 days a week, which was so much, yeah, and I didn't have so much time to share with my family. I didn't have time for like parents' evening. That was the one that was so challenging to me, because sometimes when I am invited for a parents' evening, I am never there because I have to be at work. So it's kind of kept clashing. Initially, I was doing long days, and I realized I wasn't even seeing my children, because when you do long days, your life is kind of caged in the hospital. You start in the morning, you leave your house while your kids are still sleeping, and maybe when you're coming back, they are already gone back to sleep. So this kept happening for a while, and I said that this is not the life I actually wanted. I was really worried. So I have to swap over to night shift. So when I swapped over to night shift, it was fair because I can be able to still see my kids when they come back from school, which was better than the long days. But this now started affecting I and my partner, because he does long day. He's a chef, a very good one.
Wow.
He
It's
does the
always,
cooking.
you always have a yum delicious foods on your table.
Italian, So he works long days and I do nights. So it started clashing again on his own end. I wasn't seeing him at all. So sometimes we live in the same house, but sometimes we see each other once a week.
Oh,
So it became really challenging, because when he's coming back from work, I'm already gone, and when he's back home, I'm at night shift. So we started working towards that. We now started looking out for something we can actually do to supplement our income, to reduce my hours of working. So we first came across Amazon. We said, "Wow, this is it," and we started. And we had to even import goods from China to make it work.
okay.
So, but Amazon never, it didn't go anywhere for us. So we now decided that this is not it. So one day I was just on my phone playing my game. It's called Coin Master. So
Oh,
I was playing this game. Suddenly this family popped up, and it was just a very short ad. I just said, wow, these people look so real. And everything they said is what I've been praying for, you know. So I just said to myself, this is what I actually want. I know if I tell my partner that I saw an ad, he was just saying we have to investigate. But because of I really wanted this change desperately, so what I did was that I paid the 149 without even watching the free webinar. I was just so excited. I clicked on the link, registered, and paid the 149 on that day. So due to the time difference, I waited for a response. I didn't get a response. I just said, oh my God, I've been scammed. That was what I said. I just said, oh my God, I've been scammed. So in the morning, I came to my partner. I just said, I just made a payment for a business, and I waited and no one responded to me. I'm sure I've been scammed. He gave me this look, and in the afternoon, about 1, when the Canadian people are now awake, I got a reply. I just said, no, it's not a scam. It's real. I was really excited, you know. So I quickly now started communicating with my mentor, who I don't know if you know her, Rena and Roger. They are the most
Yes, they are.
amazing people, you know, I've ever come across in this community. So I was so excited. They started giving me all the details, everything I need to do. That was when I now sat down with my partner. We watched the webinar and we said, wow, that this sounds very interesting. And we moved on with it. Then after that, we had our coaching call, which today we are here. And since then, we've been running the business, and we thank God that we got that opportunity, because sometimes I said to myself, because we invested a lot in China on Amazon, I said, I wish we saw this business first, because there is no move. You don't move anything, because I remember how hard it was for us to get all our item all the way from China to UK, the delivery, the cost, everything. So we just said, wow, this business, no movement, no buying and selling, nothing. You don't have too much of pressure. All you just need to do is to reach out to people who want business opportunity, share the good news to them, and and this is it. And your business is up and running, and things are happening for you. It's just like magic.
Yes. I think that it's not just an accident that you saw that from playing that games in your phone. So I think that was not only an accident, it is a divine appointment.
It
God's
is.
answer your prayer.
It
God's
is.
answer what is your heart's desire, because you are God knows what is your heart's desire, and then your motivation and your intention is so good. So that is why He answered it. But
Yeah.
some people, you know why some people, if it is other people, they would ignore it.
Yeah.
And then it's just a curious. Was it Michael? Was so skeptical when he knew that it was a legitimate business? When you watch
Um,
before you watch the webinar?
he is someone who is always supportive. After we have watched the webinar, he said, this looks real. So we now discussed about it, you know, because, you know, every business has, after our coaching call, every business have an investment fee. And we discussed if it's something that we actually needed. And we said, why not give it a go? And that is it. So he wasn't so skeptic. He was a little, but after watching the call and all the messages that was coming from our coaches, you know, he knew. And when we joined the community, really, when I joined, the welcome from people, everyone saying, welcome, welcome, welcome. The welcome was endless. I said, wow. Since I have been on Facebook, I have never received congratulations, welcome. It's a good feeling.
It's
So
kind of
I
blood.
so people kept saying congratulations, welcome. I said, wow, I kept liking and loving. I just said, wow, this is really nice. People, I went through the community because when you are there, you will want to actually look around to see what is happening there. I watched a lot of testimonies. The one that motivated me most was when I saw an elderly woman, she said she had to do this for her retire. She said she has retired, but she wasn't kind of living the life she wanted because she and her husband couldn't afford traveling. But this has actually helped them to start traveling. I just said, wow, we love traveling and it's one of our biggest passion. So we now started everything that we needed to make the business. So the training system, everything we went through, and our business was up and running.
Oh wow. So you are motivated and you were inspired by the people in our community, and
Yeah,
then look at you now. You are now as successful in this online business.
we
So
give God all
like
the glory.
yes. So like other businesses, there are some struggles. So what are your struggles in this online business?
My struggles is that like I would say for now, I don't have struggles because when I started, I had struggles because you when you start and the expectations isn't the way you wanted it to be, you will kind of feel challenged. You will feel, is this actually for you? So the struggles then was investing on ads, so it was a little bit of challenge and struggle I went through, which now I would say it's kind of, we flow with it, you know because if you start looking at it as a struggle, it will kind of hold you back. But when you flow with what you have started, like I watched a video which one of our great coaches, Dave and Roxanne Obizio, shared with us, the beach money.
Yes.
When I listened to that tape, it kind of inspired me and it motivated me because this man never gave up.
Yes.
Even when things look crushing on him, he keeps kind of falling, but he kept moving. And today, I don't want to mention the amount of figure the man is earning is beyond mind blowing. It all depends on how someone wants something desperately. Because if you have a why, the reason why you started in the first place, you will make it work. You will not want everything around you to be like a struggle or like a challenge. You will surely make it work. So we are making it work. We don't want to see our business as a challenge and as a struggle. It's one step at a time, and
Yes.
we are getting there.
Yes, that is why sometimes people they tend to stop because they didn't meet the expectation. They started with a high expectation and then they didn't reach it right away. They expect that, oh, this could be like when they start the business they can earn that much, but it's
Mm,
no. It's gonna be, you have to invest your time, your energy, invest the money also. But then if you get that skill you learned already, so it's gonna be like, it's a mind blowing. That is correct
mm.
that you said that the earning is mind blowing.
It's mind
So
blowing, yeah.
yeah, because for me before I started with I was a little bit slow also, and it's kind of I have a self sabotage. So I thought that maybe this business is not for me. But when I started to watch the webinar,
Mm.
There I saw how people or the experiences of the people before they get success in this business. And then I
Mm.
told myself, oh, their story, it's kind of not even this on my experience. So it's
Everybody's story is different.
yes,
Everybody's
yes.
story is
A lot
different.
of stories, a lot of people struggles from the beginning, but now they are very successful. So that
Yeah,
is why I look for them, and then I told myself, I am not alone. I think if they can do it, I can do it too. So that
yeah,
motivates me to keep going in this business, because yes, it's you are right that just a baby step, make a baby's step, as just like a step at a time, one step at a time, so that you can achieve, and then you will not be frustrated
yeah.
in the business, because if you are frustrated, and then there's nothing you can do anymore.
Even in the physical business as well, people do the same thing. Some people
Yes,
open up, let me say they open up a boutique shop or a provisional shop, and maybe the people in the area aren't kind of patronizing them the way they want. Some people just shut down the shop. Why there is some people that open up a shop, even if they've not made sales for a very long time, they still remain there. Then one day the community will say, "Wow, this person has been here. That means this person is has come to stay." You understand? The word
yes,
is when you have come to stay. So people will now start patronizing you and start becoming friends with you. So the only difference with the physical things, the moving business and the online world, is that everything is done in the online space. There is no much movement. Everything is just done by your smartphone and your laptop. So
yes,
that's just the difference. So sometimes people just want things to happen miraculously. It's not that easy, because if you even have a normal business, you cannot open up your shop today and the people in the community or in the area come and clear off your goods in one day. It is
yes.
not done. So it's only maybe you are making an auction. Oh, sales, sales, sales. Maybe you're
Right.
selling off things that is maybe £100, and you're saying I'm selling it for £1. Everyone will come and grab up your stuff.
Yes.
So that's the way it is. So I just feel that if you actually want to work in the online world, you have to be dedicated, you have to be ready to learn, you have to be patient, you have to motivate yourself as well, because if you don't motivate yourself, you will give up.
Yes.
Because self motivation is the best motivating, because when the other mind tells you what you're seeing, tells you you cannot, you have to find a way to tell yourself you can. And once you have that positive mindset that tells you you can do this, because that is what I thank God for my partner, because he's amazing. There's so many times I was like, ugh. And he kept telling me, we can do this, we can do this. This is our financial settlement. This is our retirement money, and he kept pushing. So I thank God, because sometimes I know they say two heads are better than one, but there are so many people who have been standing on their own, and they have still motivated themselves and pushed themselves to a next level, to even great heights, so that people can't even attain to. So it's not that people can't attain to it, but they've moved themselves to that level. But I thank God for my partner. He has been someone he's like a strength in this business. I am oh my God, I can't do this anymore. It's too much for me. But he keep pushing and said, we can. And here we are.
So this good for you, and then you are so lucky that you have Michael at your back, and then it's gonna be like your strength also. So
Yeah.
it's I can say that that is opposite of my experience because my husband is was so skeptical by then. It's like, oh, that is kind of because he was so turned off of other online business because online business, they like they message you and then they bug you. um it, so he don't like that kind of system. Then I told him this business is really different because I no need to do that because we have the system, we have the way on how to help people to reach us out. But then he said no, that is kind of they are just the same. So his mind was so close about that, and then it's really hard for me. But then I told myself that one of these days I'm gonna show you that I'm gonna earn in this business.
Amen.
So yes, so when I got a I can say that triple of my income
Wow.
in this business, and then I let him see those checks, and I let him count how much is the total amount of the checks. So he said that I am very thankful that you didn't stop.
Oh.
That is all I heard from him. And then
Yes.
it's kind of it's like amazing. It feels amazing because I know that one of these days he didn't show his opposition, his real feelings right now. but
Mm.
but I didn't hear him anymore, like that he doesn't
Complaints.
that. Yes, he didn't complain anymore. So if I have the meeting and then he just say, oh, did you still have the meeting because we need to go to bed, and then something like that, blah blah blah. So he's
Mhm.
okay right now. If he knows that I am the meeting, he's with our son, and then he's just stay in our bedroom because we have only a small apartment. So yeah, so he is with our son. So it is kind of, I know that it's a pride for him, I think. But it feels good already that I feel that I am free to do this. So
Yeah.
it's really different. Yeah. So yeah, it's good that Michael, and then if Michael is listening right now, so shout out for you, shout out that you are very supportive, and then you are a man to Claribel. So congratulations for that. And then we have a lot of viewers here already, so I'm gonna give him
Wow.
the shout out first. So Swedia, from USA. Yeah, hi, thank you so much for tuning in. From Neza Henedo from Florida, thank you so much. um Hi, Michael from UK. Here you are. Thank you so much, and congratulations. And then I really salute you for supporting Claribel, and ML Marketing from Netherlands. So you see them from other parts of the world, also from Teresa Fletcher from Toronto, Ontario. From Coach Monica from Milton, Ontario. Say hi, and then hi, Michael. So thank you so much for tuning in to our viewers right now. So the last question is, now that you are very successful, you know already what this business about, you know the in and out of this business. So you get results from this online business. So what is your message to all our viewers who are not only my viewer, and then also your viewer that is watching or can catch up the replay later on. So your message to them who are still like confused, or there are still doubts in their self or in their minds about this online business.
The message I have got for them is that if they are looking for a change, if you are actually looking for a change, something that will yield results. Like some people, when they start, they said, "Oh, I just want a little income, maybe like 5,000 a month or things like that. And when the money start dropping in thousands, even beyond their mind could even comprehend, they say, wow. So I would say that the advice I'll have for them, if they are looking for something that will actually add up to what they are doing, maybe they are looking for a side hustle, or they want to retire, or maybe they want to put out something for their children in future, this is the right place to be, because we do not chase after people. We do not go there looking for people to join us. We just share the opportunity. And if you feel that you're happy and this is something that you want to do, you just hop in and join us in. Because the business is something that is easy. Anyone can do it. You don't need to be tech savvy. You don't need, because before I started, I knew nothing about the online space. I was even very, very poorly with my laptop. I don't like laptops. I am a tablet person, because when I see all those funny notes in the laptop, I say, what's this? I don't even know what to click on. But this business kind of changed my perception. I would say it's built my confidence in using laptop. It built my confidence in communication. And today I would say that I didn't know that laptop is as easy as it is. People I know I have gotten a lot of people who says, oh, I don't know anything about the online space. I don't know I'm not tech savvy. I tell them it's easy. As long as you understand English and as long as you are not blind. That's the two things I tell people. If you're not blind and you understand English, it's a video training system. It's very easy. They tell you, move your hands, drag this, click on that, and you do exactly as they show you. If everyone could have a wonderful system like this, I think the world would be an easy place, because it's so easy. I've never seen a system that is this easy. Everything has a video that shows you what to do. So if this is actually what you're looking for, as I have mentioned, side hustle, set up money for travel, for pension, or for old age, for retirement, anything you can call it, or if you're a traveler like we are, this is just the right place to be.
Yes, and then aside, this is the only thing that only you need is willingness to learn, and patience. Because if you are willing to learn about something, you can do it. It is just a mindset, because you have to, if you want to be successful in life, if you want to change your life, if you need to change your mindset also, because that mindset will gonna put you wherever you are forever. If you still be negative, if you are still saying that, oh, I don't know, you are still what do you call this, saying you are just whatever mindset you are, if you will stay on that, you will
They are
gonna be
still in their comfort zone. They are still staying in their comfort zone. Most of the time, it's fear that holds people back. Fear, as I always say, is a killer of destiny. Is a killer of your dream.
yes.
We walk, even the Bible says, walk by faith and not by sight. Because if you walk by sight, you'll be filled with fear with what you are saying, because you will wonder, can I do this? Is this like, I remembered one of my buyers once came into the community and saw the figures people are earning, and saw doctors, saw people, prominent people, and she felt really small. She just said, oh my God, is this real? I said, it's real. It doesn't matter the position you are. as long as you have that tiger heart to have even paid your registration fee of 149, you are a brave one. And today, she's one of the of my business partners, and I'm happy that she didn't kind of back out. You know, some people chicken out and say, "I can't do this." She has gotten herself two business partners, and I'm so proud of her. You know, because it's not quite long she joined us. So this business is something that anyone can run, anyone can do it if you actually brave up to join in.
Yeah. I think if you have a strong desire for change, if you have a strong why, if you have a strong determination to achieve your dreams in life, I think this is not impossible for you. You're gonna have a strong feeling, because all of our dreams is not just an accident. It's not just only our desire, but God put that in our mind also.
Yeah.
Yes. So all you need, if you have the desire, just go for it, because this business a lot of possibilities. Not only earning money, not only it is just because people say that, oh, I'm gonna have the business because the first thing that we in our mind is money, to earn money, right? But this one is really really different. It's gonna teach you on how to change your life first before you get what you need or what you want in life. You need to accept who you are. You're gonna have to open mind about your potentials,
Yeah.
that you are special, that you are unique, you have a potential like other people. So you have to open your mind also, and then you have to develop skills, because
Yeah.
all of us one, we have skills already, but the only thing is we thought that because of our mindset, we look small to ourselves, like
Yeah.
somebody's talking here. Yeah, because before when I started business, I thought that, oh, because I'm not that smart enough, because my English is not so good. That is what I thought of myself. But then
Oh.
I realized that every one of us, I look back my history before. I am gifted.
Mm.
I have skill. I have the potentials, but
Yeah.
it's just me on myself. So that is why all of us, we have all the potentials to change our life. We have all the potentials to have a better life, because we were born or we were made by God as a special person.
Yeah.
So there is no excuse for us to struggle in life. That is not
No.
our life. We were not created by that to struggle in life. We are created to live the life with abundance.
Yeah.
It's the plan of our God for us when He created us. But that is why our our thinking just is the killer. That is, according to you just earlier, that our thinking, our mind is a killer of our
Yes.
better life, better future. Yes.
Yeah.
So, Claribel, thank you so much for this opportunity.
Thank
Thank you
you.
so much for the encouragement that you imparted to our viewers. Thank you so much for sharing your journey, that you didn't start from being very successful. You didn't have the result right away, but looking at you now after a few months in this business, so now you are dropping some hours from your as
Yes, I used to work 6 days a week, but now I've dropped to 2 days a week. But sometimes I do three, but which is a lot much better than working 6 days a week. So I have seen changes. I can now go. I have not missed my children since I started this business. I have not missed my last daughter. She is the one enjoying this now. I have not missed her parents' evening. I am always available. I'm always there, and we are always there to have a picnic. Like tonight, we are all having dinner together. So these are the things that I missed when I was working all day, all night. So if people can relate, that's the thing. If someone can actually relate with this and know, is this the life I want? Do I want to be working for someone for the rest of my life? Am I going to live like this, not having time with my family? Because people don't understand that family is everything, because when you're doing this business, it's good for you to as well listen to a little, because people said, oh, all these motivational speakers out there. No, they are actually hitting the right words into us, because if you do not motivate yourself, if you do not speak to your spirit to ask yourself, is this what I actually want? You will not come out of your comfort zone. Once you break out of your comfort zone, then you will now know that you are free. That is why it's called financial freedom.
Yes. And then financial freedom and time freedom.
And time
Yes.
freedom. Yeah.
So thank you so much for sharing values to our viewers, Claribel. I really, really appreciate those kind of motivational words, encouragement that you imparted to our viewers right now. So to our viewers, that that are very inspired, that you want to try this business, click the www dot Mickey-Bella.com. So the website of the Claribel's website is under her on the part of her screen. So there you can click that one, or you can search in Facebook Claribel Enyam in Facebook, so that you can see, and then you can register in her website. She is a great mentor. You can tell from what she shared about. So you can tell she's a very good mentor. So don't be scared, and then check this business out. So tomorrow we're gonna have a live workshop. But then if you don't have any time to attend the live workshop, you can watch our
Replay.
replay anytime at your convenient time also, like even though in the weekend you can just click and register there, and then you can watch the replay anytime.
Yeah.
So Claribel, again, thank you so much, and then have a good night or good afternoon to all our viewers. So I really appreciate your time being with us. Thank you so much. God bless. Bye bye.
Remain blessed, everyone. Bye.